an hour later, when I'm like hiding in the bush, I come out. Police have like been looking all the way up like through the woods and that, and I happened to walk out at the same time. The policeman was walking back to his car, grabbed me. I was in the cell for like 24 hours or something, and it was a boiling hot day. And the whole time I was sat there, I was like, "Why did I go with him?" I didn't even steal the
Yo, my name's Sisi. Welcome to the StoryTime podcast, where you, the viewers, get to sit in on the conversations I have with people I find interesting, intriguing, motivational, etc., etc. Today, I am joined by the talented, the man, the myth,
Andrew Whisker, also known as WhiskeXMP.
I'm sure you guys have probably heard of him before, especially if you're in Bristol, especially St. Paul's kind of area. Show, Bristol, massive, you know. If you guys have been here before, you know how the podcast goes, how the setup goes. I started off by always kind of getting you to introduce yourself to the people, to the viewers, who you are, what you do, why are you on the pod, bro?
Wow, so that basically, obviously, you invited me on the pod a while ago, obviously, which the viewers wouldn't be too aware of when we was in lockdown originally.
Right, that happened.
So that's how I come aware of the pod. But it was like when we first struck a conversation, we both agreed that like it was more a case of timing. So when the timing's right,
it's right.
It's right, and now's the time. So
there we go.
Yeah,
you're welcome. Patience.
This is how we've done it. But yeah, basically a bit about myself is my name's Andrew Whisker. WhiskeXMP is my artist name. Basically, I was born and raised in St. Paul's. Grew up there for first 10 years of my life, which had a crazy influence on me, being like the culture of Jamaica.
Yeah.
Also, when you think about it, as in like the area is quite notorious.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of
as times change.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of history down there. So like,
it's always been like a focal point. There's always been something going on there.
Yeah.
If it's not madness, then it's gentrification. But we'll get onto them.
Yeah, there's the highs, the lows, the goods, the bads.
Yeah.
But yeah, having started the first 10 years of my life there, that influenced me was influential with me a lot. Like,
yeah.
The only thing I could imagine for anyone else who from the outside looking at it would be like, that clearly was the foundations for me. So it was like from there I moved to Barton Hill.
Well, I mean, alright, so we'll get onto the story part, but that's not all you do, bro. Like, it's not just music.
Nah.
I find with creatives, I don't know whether like you'd call yourself creative. It's one of them kind of words.
Yeah, I don't know.
But with them, because you do the music capture thing, innit?
Yeah.
With people that are creative or have a creative mindset, right? They tend to struggle to just do one thing, and I'd say that's probably the same with you. Well.
Yeah. Well, obviously, there's quite a few things I do.
Anything else you want to list off, bro? This is your time, innit? People want to hear about you, bro.
Yeah. So obviously, basically, I'm also a carpenter, so that's what I do for my day job. I do that 6-7 days a week, as much as I've got time to, as well as trying to fit my music in.
I rate that. Is it like, sorry, real quick before I cut you, but like, is it like that's just a day job, or is it something you enjoy doing as well?
Oh yeah, that's my passion. Like
that's
my passion. Yeah, I've been doing carpentry for 6 years now, and it's a thing where I fell into it.
Oh right.
Yeah, I fell into it, and I just fell in love with it. I was doing management before, warehouse management.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
doing what you got to do in that kind of thing. Yeah.
I worked my way up to that. I was proud of that, but it's like I always knew it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, even with the carpentry thing, like I didn't think, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a carpenter. It was like a good friend of mine helped me out, and was like, "You're capable. You should do this."
Oh, that's gas. Not many people can say that. Like, even their day job is something that they want.
That's it. But this is what you want in life, to do things you're passionate about.
There you go.
And if you can do that, then you're already a step ahead of most people in life.
Bro, I rate it so much. Especially like the whole like the change from like, oh yeah, this isn't something that I want to do. And when did that kind of switch happen? When did you realize that it was something you actually had a real?
Well, I had a really good job, and then I lost it from making a silly decision, which was
as we do.
You're gonna probably laugh at this as well. Which it was basically like my friend worked with me. It wasn't like a very close friend, but we knew each other for years. We're friends.
Yeah. This is why it's called the StoryTime podcast. Perfect.
It was a hot summer's day, and we was like
setting the scene.
Yeah, we was in the yard of the warehouse, and I think he had the hose, and I was walking past, and he sprayed me with the hose.
Bro.
And I'm his manager, but he's my friend. So
yeah. That's battle, bro.
I couldn't give him a disciplinary, but instead I thought, oh yeah, fool, I'll spray you with the hose. So I sprayed him with the hose, and someone reported me later on, like, who witnessed it, and I lost my job.
That's dumb. No.
I lost my job.
Vexed. What did boss man say?
My boss didn't want to let me go.
What did your friend say? The one that sprayed you first?
He was saying like, now he's messing about.
Was he still working there? He was just calm. They didn't
get rid of him. They said because of the position I was in. Which is true though.
Fair enough.
Which is a lesson in life.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
That I should have been more responsible in that predicament. But then it led me to carry on pursuing management, but I just couldn't find another situation in management that even made me enjoy the job.
You know what's mad though?
It just wasn't for me.
Imagine if you never sprayed boss man back with water, then
yeah, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Crazy.
I won't be sat here now.
Crazy. That's one thing I've been thinking about a lot lately, man. Like how I try not to regret anything nowadays, because even the things that go bad in life, like that's how life goes, and it's ups and downs. So when it's really bad, it's gonna go back up at some point. You know what I'm saying? So like I try not to regret that point. I would have. At first, I've kind of looked at it like, oh yeah, man, that's kind of jarring. I'd have been vexed if I lost that. But now you probably look back on it and laugh, like you did just then.
Yeah. Well, do you see the funny thing is, and this is like, proves the point.
Yeah.
About 6 months ago, my boss rang me up. My old boss, Andrew, I've got a job for you. Management job. You're running the depot. 27K a year. Company car. I said, what? I said, oh, Bill, thank you. I'm so appreciative that you thought of me. But I love doing carpentry.
That is crazy.
I earn a lot more money than that. So I can't take your offer. But thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. Because of it shows you're a genuine person.
Bro, I'm getting goosebumps right now. That must be, I can only imagine how like...
Yeah,
it's one of those moments, isn't it?
Yeah, that's... That type of buzz there from that, that's like, well, bro, you know what? Regardless what happened there, I know I was good at what I'd done. Yeah,
people talk about wanting closure from situations, that kind of thing, but that's like without even looking for it. You see that you don't look for the closure and it come find you.
Yeah, but it don't think it didn't haunt me for a few years, and I thought, oh, where can I go? Like even the guy who was under me took over and he was running there, but then even to this day now, he's ended up stepping down. All sorts of, do you know what I mean? It's just not meant to be. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. You live and learn.
I don't want to be that guy, but that's just reality of life.
This is it, and that's how I fell into carpentry, and it's crazy. But yeah, besides the carpentry, I wouldn't consider myself anything else. People try and like put like a label on me and say that.
What kind of labels have you heard?
They like to tell me that I'm very influential.
Oh right, these ones.
Yeah, and I've got a voice that needs to be heard. I'm not trying to put myself out there like that. I just speak my opinion, and I'm not shying away from it. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, I've heard that, and I've had the pressure to speak up. Sometimes I felt the pressure, should I say? But that's because someone has to, innit?
That's it.
If you're not a part of the solution.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. It's balance, isn't it? Everything in life's a balance.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? There's people that start up in it and they get a bit of people that say that kind of stuff about them. They run with it and they end up ruining themselves.
Yeah, but that's it. Strength of mind is key, isn't it?
That's it. That's it, bro. Definitely. I'm glad you brought up that point as well, because I don't think it's something that people really think about too much. Because obviously it's all about perspective. We talked about perspective earlier on, innit?
Yeah.
From social media, people see a couple. They go on your page, they see a couple of posts. They'll be like, oh, they might think, especially around the Black Lives Matter thing. They might go on there and be like, oh, this guy's an activist. Okay, Yeah. And then they start running off with all this kind of thing. They're telling all their friends, oh, I found this guy on Facebook. Yeah, he does some really sick videos. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden you've got a reputation that people expect you to uphold, and you're like, hold on, wait,
I've
what?
Not asked for this. I've not put myself in the spotlight for this.
Not shine it off because obviously,
it's true what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
That can't be helped.
That
can't be helped. But then this is why it's things like this, given a platform.
There we go.
StoryTime gives the people a chance to actually know myself. This is the first podcast I've done before.
Is it?
I've never done a podcast before.
Bro, you seem comfy, bro. So, you seem coach.
Well, I think it's just the right energy. You know what I mean?
You
yourself,
you're very
good at interviewing. You know what I'm saying? It's natural. And it's like, I don't know if the viewers know, but we don't know each other like
yeah,
that. This is the first time.
It's the first time we
met.
actually linked up in person. Yeah, mad. But I think that's just, you're right. It's energy. It's the energy.
If it's all energy.
Yeah.
The law of attraction. What you put out is what you get back.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. And we're gonna be working together like more in the future. Hopefully.
Yeah. This
hopefully
is
some projects
this
come
is
in.
the start of it.
So yeah,
definitely.
keep your eyes out.
For sure.
Yeah. So cool. You did kind of get on it a bit earlier on, but your life story. So you were saying this is the your story segment for the people that haven't watched this before. I'm just gonna start off with like, so you said you were born in Bristol.
Yeah, in Bristol. Yeah.
Okay, dope. Parents are
Jamaican.
Yeah,
and then Cypriot and Irish.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
my mom's half Cypriot.
Thought the Jamaican part.
Irish.
I caught that part. That part's crazy to me. Cypriot and Irish. Cypriots is this Greek islands type thing.
This is Cyprus, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Greek islands, yeah.
And Irish. Bro, that's mad. Your mashup, bro. That's
yeah,
sick.
About it, man.
That's sick.
So much culture in one pot.
Have you been to like?
The only place I haven't been to is Ireland.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do one of those like ancestry things, you know, like when
Trace
you spit in the tube. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, like, I imagine, like, I don't know, maybe this is just like some crazy kind of just in my head type thing, but like, I imagine in my head, I'm like, maybe because I'm black, like, there's going to be less of a history tracing back. I feel stupid saying it out loud now, but I feel like it's something that probably a lot of people think in their head, you know what I mean, as a reason to just...
No, because of, how would you really trace us?
You know what I mean?
Our records have been erased.
I asked my mom the other day for the time of my birth, because I was having a look at my birth chart. Have you looked at your birth chart before?
No.
This shit's nuts, bro. I'll send you a link. It's crazy. But yeah, I didn't have the actual. But she was like, I don't know. I was like, what? I was chatting to my mate. She's white, and she's like, yeah. Again, not to put it, but it's just reality, right?
Yeah.
She's like, oh yeah. I'll just ask my mom. Oh, mom's. Oh, no, it's cool, yeah. I can just get records from, trace it back to one of the hospitals. Bro, Jamaica, I was born on the floor, bro.
Yeah, it's different.
That's not you know what I mean?
It's completely different. Like, you see with the Jamaican culture, like, for instance, like, when my grandmother came over and my grandfather, they came over and they didn't bring my dad or my auntie because they couldn't afford to bring them.
Yeah.
So they come over and establish life in England. My dad and auntie, my dad didn't come back to England until he was 12.
See, raw.
Yeah, and then reality is, by the time they sent for my dad and my auntie, they'd already had 2 more kids.
Mad. So, yeah.
And this is just the way it was. They got pregnant, obviously, and this is it. By the time they had enough money, so it was just a completely different time. Like, their life was, like, the way you're thinking, it's not like you're trying to survive.
That's it.
You're trying to build new life, you know, so that...
We were talking a little bit
generations before us had it different, my bro.
That's it, man. We were talking a little bit earlier on about how, like, where you were saying, like, oh, raw, like, your mom's, like, building in that, like, you can see it in the family.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the Jamaican thing, bro.
Yeah.
I remember getting told stories, my pops used to tell me stories about, like, everything back in Jamaica and, like, how man grew up. Man, how he only had one flip-flop on when my brother was born, how his mom is I think it was, like, one of his parents, his dad must have died when he was bare young, around 12 or something like that, and then his mom was sick, having to look after her while also taking care of the younger ones as well. And bear in mind, this isn't like in a house, bro. This is one of them like self-built corrugated steel type things. I'm like, what? Shacks. I almost couldn't comprehend that. I was like, raw. And you're telling me, man, come over to Bristol, bring us 1111. You know what I mean? Build a name for yourself. Build up. What?
Crazy.
How could I not want to work my ass off? I'd feel like a... if I didn't do something, man.
Come on. Yeah. For that man to go and put that work in to start the legacy of your family.
That's it.
Then, you know what I mean? You've got to live up to it. And I feel the same myself. I'm the same, like, with my grandfather who started the influential on the other side of me. From my mother's side, sorry. He showed me a lot of drive because I was around him a lot growing up. His ways was like just the quality of a man, you know. And then you think, I want to live up to that person.
This is it.
I want to be like that person. I want to make that person proud of me. And this is all we can do in life, is just try our best.
Putting back what we were talking about just then about people perceiving whoever, whatever, without understanding the story. Oh, so how is this person who they are? This is it. Before we even get conceived, our story's already being written with some kind of madness that realistically people can't even comprehend over in the UK.
No.
Bro, we have it nice over here. I can't lie.
Now we've got it good, and I said we're citizens now.
Even
We're citizens
bro,
now.
I got my British passport the other day. I've been looking for a time. The amount of money that's gone into it, the amount of headache and
Yeah.
But you know what? We got it, and it's a.
That's it. It's best. There's
You
no
know
more
what I mean?
stress.
Exactly,
There's no more
exactly,
stress.
exactly.
But yeah,
But
this is
yeah.
it. This is just about progression now and just trying to strive for greatness
Exactly.
in our own
Yeah.
right.
So yeah. Sorry, well, digressing. We're saying so. Born in Bristol. Most of the time, you were cool. We're talking a little bit before, obviously, about this, but yeah, do you want to just keep going from there? So we're talking born in Bristol. I can't remember what you were saying. You grew up in St. Paul's.
Yeah, I grew up in St. Paul's.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
was that?
so yeah, St. Paul's was good, man. St.
Yeah,
Paul's
yeah,
was
yeah,
good.
yeah.
There was a lot of culture there.
Yes.
Yeah, like the vibes. Like I remember waking up in St. Paul's like on a Saturday and a Sunday, and all you just hear is just reggae, just blaring out, just natural, and just good foods, just smelling food, like just all the time. Like you don't even got that no more.
Yeah.
Just,
No, I know what you mean, bro.
Honest to God, bro,
I remember
like,
when Fest used to happen, bro. When Fest used to happen.
for 3 days.
Oh my God.
3 days it used to be.
Oh
Friday,
my
Saturday,
God.
and Sunday.
Felt like little Jamaica, bro.
Crazy.
Mad.
It was.
Mad.
That was the culture. But yeah, that was. I don't know. It was proper community.
Yeah.
Give me a good.
I mean, now it's like I feel like if you don't know if you're an outsider, you don't live there. Like it probably doesn't seem like that much, but it's still a very, very strong community now.
Mhm. Yeah, it's still got a base, but obviously due to gentrification.
Yeah.
In Bristol, in general, in
Yeah.
all of the central minority areas that was like Eastern and St. Paul's have been highly gentrified because of course, the demand.
Yeah.
The location.
It's a strange thing, man. I think again, we're digressing from the your story. We'll get back to it. You'll find out about him. He's sick, we know. But like while we're on the gentrification book, because I know that's something that you're like quite big on at the moment as well.
Yeah.
And I think
definitely.
if you're in Bristol, you can't not be big on gentrification at the moment. You know what I mean?
No, most definitely.
It in itself, it's such a ridiculous concept. How is it that people can come together to make a road, a street, a city, something that is so amazing and so heard of,
Yeah.
that people from outside this place want to come in and join that vibe, which all cool, love it, I rate it.
Yeah.
Why would you not
Nothing
want to
wrong
join
with
the vibe? However, how does that create some kind of weird displacement type thing where the people that made a place sick get pushed out of it?
Because of what normally happens is the people that come in want it to be their way. So you've come from a middle class maybe or upper class if they're that fortunate, and their way of life's a lot different. Their quality of life is a lot different. Things that they're not used to, maybe the times that they go to bed, the times that they wake up, whatever it may be, they're not used to what it is in these areas. And with a Jamaican culture, in Jamaica is hot in the day. So in the evening, people would chill and get together and socialize. So you people will drink and have fun and socialize until late hours, and that's just natural. So after thousands of years, you know, hundreds of years of doing this,
There we go.
then you will get to the point of, even if we was born in England or people come over and live in England, your culture is your culture. And this is what I don't think they're used to. So the loudness at night, the
You would have
music,
thought
all
though, if
these
someone's
things,
gonna move to a place, they'd, you know what I mean?
they'd embrace it. Yeah, you would think that.
You know what I mean?
But I've seen it. I've seen it for myself.
Yeah, you're right.
This is what I think starts it, and then that causes the divide.
Yeah.
And then this is why people hate gentrification so much.
I don't want to sound anti in it, because I understand that everyone has their reasons for everything, and you like.
And this is not everyone though.
You know what I
This
mean?
is not
Exactly.
everyone that comes into the area.
Exactly. There's been actually a ridiculously massive, sick influx of, again, creatives, if you want to use that word, that have been coming into this place because they've heard about it, they've seen the amount of stuff that's
most
popping up.
definitely. I've met some amazing people the last like 5 to 6 years in Bristol.
Right.
And that's due to the gentrification, the uni.
Right.
But it's still the people I've met have all been very respectful. The people that and they've understood it and embraced it. But there's
a clear difference. You can see it. There's a clear difference of people that come in because of the culture. Because realistically, that's what realistically should bring people to a place, in my eyes. And then there's almost like a group of people that come because Popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I didn't know whether that was the word. Yeah.
Or also
that's the
because
word.
of they can see that the market's about to go up,
This
so
too.
they can capitalize on it.
About to. Oh god, it's over.
It's gone now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, it's gone.
Bro, I got this like pretty cool opportunity to work with the DIY arts and the One City Culture Board people. It's like Bristol City Council. So like I'm on like calls with them every now and then, like Zoom calls long. It was like over lockdown. Really good though, because you get to hear like all these people talking. Bro, there was one person that was on there like basically cussing the city council, which I rate, because she was just talking her mind about how is it that like creatives or like even people that have 9 to 5 jobs can't even like afford yards in Bristol now. How does that make sense?
Yeah, it's
ridiculousness, mate. Ridiculous.
Bristol's obviously now growing at such a rapid pace. It's like everyone's getting priced out of Bristol as well.
Well, I think it's about mitigation, bro. Like, in a way, I'd like to think that further down the line, like, I'd like to have Bristol Life be able to, or we'd like to have Bristol Life be able to help mitigate that in some kind of way, especially in some kind of way, like creating passive income for creatives or for people that live in Bristol, for people that do like carpenters. We're talking about builders, artists, all sorts of people.
Yeah.
It's like you can have an extra side income. So, you know, you're doing your job, but I can also make a bit of money from something. It's also brighten up the community. It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the people that actually putting
into it. A hub as well, yeah.
Right. I don't fully understand yet how it's all going to come together, but all I know is that
it will fall into place.
That's it.
Fall into place.
If I find the right people, talk to the right people, you know what I mean, preach the message, the right kind of message, surely.
Should I say,
I'll
give you that one. Yeah, man, I love that. This is what it's about, my bro. It's just about trying to better ourselves and just trying to build the foundations now.
Yeah.
Because of right now, we've been given the chance, like we're saying about our culture, is like we're not in oppression the same way as what our forefathers was, and we're not talking like hundreds of years ago. I'm talking 2 generations. 2 generations in front of me was oppressed crazy. Yeah, I'm a generation above you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, my bro? This is where it is. So where I think we're at in life is like now.
This has to be the time.
Yeah, like everything
has to be.
Everything's in front of us. Everything's in front of us, just down for us to take it now. And I know that the youths around your age and younger are absolutely confused in some next type of life, which we'll go into probably later. But
it's crazy, you know. It's crazy because I feel like there's this crazy split where it's either people, and I don't know whether it's to do with parenting or how. I'm not gonna point at anything because I don't know, but there's a difference, right? There's a lot that are almost like so wrapped up in the world, right? And the world is real and it's there and that, but there's a lot of other things to be thinking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then there's also like this other split, right? You might want to call them the eco warrior lot, the super conscious lot. But it's almost like, like my little brother's 18, bro. He's having conversations with me that, like the kind of conversations that we have, bro. That we were having earlier on, the conversations that we're having now. Man's talking deep kind of things about understanding himself and understanding like the way that his emotions. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How are you so
in tune?
And you know what? I wonder. You know how they say like the world reacts in, I don't know. The world reacts to how we treat it and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if the world like feels that we're in a crisis right now, and it's just like, oh shit, now I've got to switch on your younger generation because you lot are stupid. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope that they do, because of really and truly that our generation, through generations, human beings are getting less intelligent. So hopefully they are. But it's like what you're saying about the youngers as well. What I've seen with them, which you didn't mention, which I don't know if you didn't want to, but it's like, they're rather super intelligent, super advanced.
Yeah.
So driven and like whoa, scary.
Yeah.
Like you can't even talk to them because of they're looking at you like you
know what I mean?
And you can't talk to them. But then there's the other side of it where they're like so invested in the lost side of life. So it's like they could be obsessed with watching other people with like the social media or trying to compare and compete with others and thinking they have to live up to standards, which obviously we all know
they're
about.
Lost in the world, bro.
Exactly. And then for like the other communities, like with like London, which is with like all the gangs, and even in Bristol, like I don't think people understand, like Bristol's got a problem with gangs as well. Like the kids nowadays, they don't care what area they're from. It's just not about area. It's not
You know
about
what, bro?
that.
I'm
It's
glad
all
you
crazy.
brought
Like,
this up. Still, I'm glad you brought this up because you know
it's
what?
crazy, bro.
Like I don't think I'm an ignorant person. I go through life always trying to stay curious and always trying to learn, right? And that's one of the things that this whole podcast is about. Because, like, I want whatever excuse there is, no matter how busy I am, there's other parts of life or other parts of Bristol that or not even so much Bristol, but like the younger generation, let's say, start off with here, right?
Yeah.
That like you said, I didn't even mention it. So to be fair, I didn't even really. That doesn't even really come into my field of life or vision, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't really even think about that.
Yeah, but then this is it, because of your age. When I was your age, it's that the blinders was on exactly at your age is when I started trying to work towards building my career, because of like what we didn't really like dive into. I used to be a little road youth that used to go around and didn't have the best start to life, you know what I mean? I've been arrested many times. Thankfully never been to prison, you know? No convictions as an adult, but it's still like that changed me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I had to change my life at like 21, 22 and really start getting stuff together, that's when I started to realize and started looking back like, oh yeah, if I would have done this then, or maybe if I'd done this sooner, or I started meeting people that was like only 17 and 18 and I'm 21 and they're at the same level as me, or if not they're higher.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, like, so I'm like 5 years behind you.
Yeah, bro. I even though I had a point where I was like, yo, where are you guys going? I thought I was pretty on it. Yeah.
You know.
But no, bro. That's a good point you brought up. 22, because we're supposed to be in your story. I know. Like, and that whole point with like the whole. We cool to go back a little bit back to where we're going. Cool. St. Paul's. So growing up there. Let's go from there. Growing up there. I don't know what kind of ages were some significant kind of like.
Yeah, so like with St. Paul's, like I was there till like 10, so obviously we didn't really touch on it, but when I was like 10, we had to leave the area basically. Yeah. Basically, like my sister got in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
She was like banned from the area, so we had to move. So we moved, but from like then I was still in the same primary school. So for like a year of my life, I'm still going back from primary school and not seeing none of my friends in St. Paul's. Don't know no one in Barton Hill. I had to restart my life, kind of, you know, and make new friends. And
bro, that it's hard for a kid.
Yeah,
growing up's hard. Growing up is hard enough on its own, much less moving around and all this other.
Yeah,
right.
Without comfort, you know what I mean? Because when you got your social group or your friendship, your staple, that's a good security. When I look at people and I'm like, yo, like obviously you've been around your friends for like this whole time. Yeah. I've still got friends from St. Paul's. Like shout out Pine, you get me? Shout out my boy Pine, you get me?
Oh yeah, remind me. We'll do shout outs at the end. I'm sure you got some people you want to drop.
Like, that was one of my day dots as well. Like, but same way when I moved to Barton Hill, that made me in it. Like being in a Jamaican community.
What kind of age would this have been around?
This was at about 9 or 10.
Okay.
Yeah. When we finally moved there. But yeah, being in a Jamaican community, I didn't know nothing about racism, or I didn't know what racism was. Yeah. Because of, I don't know if people are aware, but like in a Jamaican community, it's not racist like that. Like we don't be calling Asian people, white people, or any other descent of race, anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like,
no, it's all love. It's
all love. So I didn't even know it. So when I'm in Barton Hill the first time and people shouting stuff at me out car windows and M words and this and I don't know, The first time I got racist abuse, I didn't even know what the word meant. I went back to my mum, and I was like, Mum, what does this mean? Like, my mum was like, who said that?
As a parent, how do you even?
Some guy said it to me. He was really
of course,
angry.
That's what you'd say.
He
like,
was really angry, like, and that was just down to like a friend when I thought I made a friend, but I didn't know no one these times. We're playing. Oh yeah, do you want to come back to my house and play PlayStation? Friends.
Yeah.
Go back all excited, stood outside. He's like, oh Dad, my friends come in. He's like, yeah, it's alright, but make sure you tidy out your bedroom, My mum comes to the door. When he comes to the door, he's seen me. His face changed.
Bro, I was saying to someone the other day, you don't know, you never know, you don't know who your friend is until you go to their yard and you see a Confederate flag.
Think about the poor boy though.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's
exactly.
You don't know.
But then
no
see,
different.
this is the other part as well. I try to. This is why I don't judge nobody, no matter what your circumstances are. I'm sure like life happens, you know what I mean, and life happens to each of us differently and affect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine that. This youth now, you were what 9 around these kind of times, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he was around the same kind of age, right?
Yeah.
Now, 20 years later, this kid could have. We don't like. I don't know if you know him now, but he could have ended up growing up to be one of the most racist people in Bristol.
Could have been, yeah.
And people would look at him, you know what I mean? If people walk past him and heard him saying whatever, people would go off on him. And I'm not trying to give sympathy to it, but I'm just trying to show, that everything comes from somewhere.
That wasn't the person who he was. That wasn't the little boy that I met on the street and was playing with. Because it's just like I said, I didn't even know what his dad was on about. It's only because I could see his son he went crazy at his son.
Now watch the mad part. Watch the mad part. Watch if that is exactly the same. That same probably thing happened. The same thing probably happened with the dad. When the dad was a picnic, I guarantee the pops was probably acting the same kind of way.
Same type of way, yeah. And this is it. They say it goes in cycles, and it goes around, comes back around, man.
There you go.
Trust me.
But the thing, you know what the mad part is though, when you realize these kind of bits, because I have friends that are like, oh, bro, like, even people even when people are racist to you, don't act anyway. I'm like, bro, when you understand, that everything comes from something, you physically can't be angry.
But then another thing that I like to say as well, and this is in general, if you expect things from somebody, or you know that someone's capable of something, why are you acting shocked or allowing yourself to get upset? Yeah.
Rewind that one. Put it up again.
Huh?
Put it up again.
Like, when you really think about it, like, you know someone's actions, yeah? So if you know that your friend is got light fingers, you know what I mean? Don't really leave nothing, or don't take him to somewhere, but he might, you avoid that, It doesn't mean that can't be your friend, but you avoid that. So if you don't avoid that, and you take him to somewhere knowing this person can't be trusted, don't go crazy and be shocked of his actions, you know? Don't be shocked of his actions. Don't be getting all angry and worked up. You blame yourself.
People are people, bro. People are people. You know people are going to be people.
Yes.
So, I get you.
So when you read people from the get-go, and you fully know what they're capable of, why are you getting upset about it? Because you should have seen that coming. You should have known they were capable of it.
I don't judge, because we all have our faults. Because other people look at you the same way and be like, okay, I know that. You might talk for forever and never let someone go when you say hi to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even something as simple as that. But you know what I mean?
Each to their own.
Each to their own. Brother.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god. So where were we at? 9 years old now. Up in Barton Hill.
Yeah, Barton Hill.
How was Barton Hill?
Barton Hill was good.
Yeah,
it was good. It showed me a bit of diversity and culture, like the different sides of Bristol.
What year would this have been now? I'm trying to get a bit of a...
This would have been like 99.
Cool. Yeah. So I would have just been born last year, the year before this then. Dope. Cool. Yeah. That's mad. Bro, it's so crazy, isn't it? It's so crazy. Mad. I don't know, because imagine when I would have been in Jamaica still. So I would have just born in Jamaica, You just come to Barton Hill now, And now we're sat here on a pond how many years later?
Crazy.
That's ridiculous. How can you not just be amazed by life, bro?
Yeah, this is it, bro.
Sorry, real quick, let me just make sure this is recording in it, because I don't want to... Yeah, we recorded. Yes. Mate, I can't explain to you, Or when we were talking just then, the feeling of running one of these things and then having like in the back of your mind, is this still recording? Same thing happened yesterday with Dean. Yeah. I need to reshoot a bit of stuff with Dean because basically the phone died out at battery check 2 times. And it's not just me being unprepared, but like the whole day from 7:45 I was there filming with Miller as well. So
the phone was taking a battery.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. So Barton Hill.
Yeah, Barton Hill. So like with Barton Hill, I settled in there. Okay, it was different culture. Obviously, I only knew a Jamaican culture in Bristol. Yeah. I didn't even know about like Bristolians. Yeah,
this is something we gotta come on to later on as well. Yeah. This might even be nice to
so we won't go there fully, but Barton Hill maybe
we might even have to do it on another podcast and just do it like a proper
because that's a whole different segment. Barton Hill is where I learned about Bristolians and their culture and how the Barton Hillers are, and that the B Hillers, that's what they call themselves. Yeah, I am a Barton Hiller as well. I rep them. Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. I might just be this might just be me with like bad memory, but is it up around there when like I feel like it was someplace up around Button Hill where like graffiti really started off in Bristol as well.
Yeah, well, basically, rumor has it that Banksy used to
Is
spray
it?
or started off at
Is
the
it?
dugout.
Is
Yeah,
it?
that's a rumor.
Bro,
that
Bristol's
goes
sick,
around,
you know.
yeah.
Bristol's got his. Did you know that the very first bungee jump in the world was done off the suspension bridge? Mad up, right?
Didn't even know that.
Bro, Bristol's nuts.
Nah, I didn't know that.
Bristol's
That's
nuts.
crazy.
We made a video for Bristol Life the other day, like a little like you know one of those like 60 seconds like facts about Bristol. Bro, it was so sick making it because even I was like, you are mad, you are nuts. Yeah, it's crazy.
Just got to dive a little bit deeper in it. That's it.
But anyway, yeah, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, so like obviously, Barton Hill showed me a lot of culture. When I was going to Barton Hill, well, when I was living in Barton Hill, I had a choice of like what school I wanted to go to. Thankfully.
Nice.
So I should have went to
How many
City
options
Academy.
are we talking?
Pretty much anywhere, I think, but
Nice.
it was obviously where I could get to.
So
So
true. That's a nice spot for
So I was meant to go to the City Academy, but I didn't want to go to the City Academy.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Whitfield because of my friends from St. Paul's went to Whitfield.
Okay.
So I ended up going to Whitfield, but then it just so happened that when I went to Whitfield, all of my friends happened to be older. So I went in their year, and my year was full up with people from Easton.
Oh.
So it came full circle.
Yeah.
So everything fell in place. So then I ended up hanging around with a lot of people from Easton because of my secondary school, and then my mum was moving, or wanted to move, and she was like, "Where should we move?" And I said, "Oh, move to Easton, mum, because that's where it is."
Go.
Yeah. So then mum's moved to Easton. So then grew up in Easton them time there for about, when was it? That was year 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, from year 7. So I left St. Paul's in year 6, like the start of year 6. Was in Barton Hill for about 2 years maybe. Like 2 years. Yeah. No, that was it.
I don't know.
I moved to Easton in year 8.
Okay.
Yeah, in year 8.
Would my parents have had the pub by then? Yellow.
I think so.
Cause I know before my pops got the pub, there was like an old Donny. It was kind of cool, but like an old Donny that had the pub beforehand. But yeah, were you around in the pub around them times?
Yeah, because there would be like when there was like any black club that was like black owned. Every bank holiday, like the family would go there.
Yeah.
Like my family used to have the Sugars bar. Yeah.
That sounds bare familiar
Sugars
to me.
bar. There used to be the Pig in the Whistle. I think it used to be called Pig and Whistle. Pig and Whistle. I think it used to be called. Yeah, that was like over by you see like the bottom of Stapes where the swimming baths are.
Yeah.
So then if you go down the back streets to go over towards St. Paul's, you know that cut over to go to the bridge?
Yeah.
If you're going to go over the main M32 bridge in St. Paul's,
Yeah, I got
So you see, before you even get to there, if you're coming off of Stapleton Road, take the first right off from the swimming baths, and you're going straight down.
Yeah.
Then you got the green before you get to the bridge. That big green.
Right.
Where those flats are on the corner, those new big built flats, that was like a big courtyard, and there was a pub there.
Right.
Yeah. Sugars bar. Family used to have that one, but yeah, all the pubs, Jolly Rogers, everyone, they used to do the bank holiday thing. So this is how I know this pub. From a young boy,
yeah. Pops, look, man, like, so a lot of people say that I look like Dad, innit? But like, I was basically like his little mini me. So like, anywhere he'd go into any pubs, go into any bars, that kind of thing, I'd always be in the van with him and that
in the
kind
mix,
of thing. Yeah. And that's probably why like I'm so on with like loving with stories and that kind of thing, because obviously like we're talking about earlier on.
Yeah.
That's what it was
That's
always
what you grew
about.
up with,
You know
around
what I mean?
you,
Listen to the old heads, you hear their stories, you laugh at the stories, but
and
also
Jamaicans
you take.
love to tell stories.
Oh yeah. Jamaicans also have the best stories.
The most extravagant stories as well. The most unbelievable stories
and
as well.
the way that they tell it, that's it.
The most animated stories. Should we go on?
Bro, I love it. It's just quality, you know what I mean?
Man.
But that's it. Like, you're there wetting yourself the whole time. You don't even know if this story's real, but at the same time, you go away feeling a little something and maybe even taking a little bit of meaning or something a bit of knowledge to take with you on your travels. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And that's what it was always about. But like, I'm wondering if ever there would have been. Surely there would have been a time when we must have at least passed each other.
Yeah, definitely.
It's ridiculous,
Well,
isn't it?
like, I was in Easton for like 15 years. Like.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, 15. No, longer
Surely.
than that. Like, coming on 20 years. Yeah. So.
Because
Yeah,
you know the
would've
other
seen me
crazy
a lot.
part of it as well, because I think the first time I actually heard of you was my best mate Corin.
Yeah, I know.
How
Corin.
did you? Yeah.
Yeah, I know Corin from Barton Hill.
Yeah, right. So this is yes, I remember her telling me because I literally just met up with her before this. Yeah. So that she was like, oh yeah, I know a guy called Whisker. Like he's doing the bare amount of stuff. He's always supporting communities, always supporting people that are doing like their own things and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, alright, cool. Let me check it out a little bit. It's mad how it comes around full circle.
This is it.
What?
Yeah, man.
What?
So it's all written.
Shout out to you, my G. Corin, best mate. You know what I'm going to do. Rotted.
But yeah, this is it. Originals, man. But yeah, it all paves the way for where we are today, man. And it's when you go back and look through it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit weird. like connecting the dots.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to let that sink in with me for a little bit there.
Let that resonate, yeah?
Yeah. Barton Hill is where we're at.
So from Barton Hill.
Sorry, real quick. So basically the idea is to get up to where we're at today, to Whisker today, to Andrew today, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah,
that Barton Hill shaped me in a lot of ways. Then even when I was like living in Easton, I think after about 3 years, 4 years, I think year 10, that was it, year 10. Year 10 I got suspended for like 3 months in
school. Was that the first time you got suspended before?
No. No, but yeah, I got suspended for like 3 months, and they like was just left it pending. They wouldn't like, make a decision on when they were gonna let me come back.
Okay.
And by the time they let me come back, I'd like, because I had so much free time, they didn't even, you know what I mean? My mum couldn't keep me in for 3 months.
Right, yeah, so, and you would have been bare behind as
Yeah,
well.
she couldn't like ground me for 3 months.
Yeah.
So like, I ended up being on the roads, like sneaking out, and by the time I went back to school, I lost interest. Teachers, the school was in a bad place.
Realistically, I've always thought school, the education system in general, is that's another thing. But school, we're talking primary, secondary school, is just a weird place to be. I think it. And then people wonder, oh, why are these kids on the streets? Why are they how did they get involved in?
Yeah, well, what do you
know
expect?
what I mean?
What do you expect? It's all down to the setup, of course, but yeah, it's kind of mad. It's kind of mad, bro. But yeah, obviously, with the school thing, I came back to school, and I just wasn't really feeling it, bro. So I was still living in Barton all these times. No, I was living in Easton these times, sorry. So when I wasn't in school, I was going to Barton Hill.
Okay.
And Barton Hill at the time was quite a rough place. Like at the time, around those times, Barton Hill recorded a record. It had the same crime rate, Barton Hill, as Chicago.
Oh, a lie?
The whole of Chicago. The crime rate in Barton Hill was the same or bigger than Chicago.
They do love to put some weird statistics on Bristol places. Did you see that article about Stapleton Road? Welcome to Stapleton Road, the home of Wally per madness. I'm not even gonna give whatever to it because I'm not gonna.
There was some madness about that as well. There was some madness about that as well.
Where are they getting this?
It just takes like a yearly statistic, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
raw.
It's mad.
But yeah,
obviously growing up
to give a picture of
growing up around there was a lot going on. Got myself in a bit of trouble, and that's what kind of shaped me. Because when I got in trouble, a few of my friends went to prison. I almost went to prison, but it was like I got a good character statement from my youth worker.
Nice.
So then they give me like some 2-year thing where I had to go and turn up and do all these courses and try and get a job and go college. Loads of stuff they set up for me to do. Do you know what I mean?
How was that?
That was the schemes are not set up for you properly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they normally put around people that don't want to be there anyway. So the teachers and the people running it are not that enthusiastic. So if you actually are an enthusiastic person, it's not for you.
Bro, it feels like that. It feels like if if you do the things you're supposed to, you know what I mean, school,
Yeah.
uni, whatever, get a house, get a job, get a family. It seems like the system society just wants to just take away your individuality and personality.
Yeah, obviously because they want to set you to be a certain thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, like if you go to what do you call it, like a state school or private school, they don't give you the same education that you're getting down there.
I heard there's like a Steiner school. There's a couple of Steiner schools in Bristol. I want to do like a mini documentary on those, or like kids and parents that deal with and grow up in those.
Yeah.
Cause I think that's a very interesting thing as well. Because that's the same. I didn't fully understand it. Do you know?
I'm not too familiar with it. No.
I think it's something like it mainly focuses on the arts and stuff like that. So like you do
more expressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so like more individuality of like being you as a person rather than a curriculum that's all about learning.
Yeah.
Well, not learning, but maths, etc. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it. I think it sounds cool.
I think it should be a part of the curriculum.
Right.
100%. But I don't think that's like so. It's not going to help you get by in this world today.
Right. Yeah. This is why I'm so interested about doing like a mini documentary on it, bro. Because I don't know.
But then you've got to see their story until you speak to them. You don't know
exactly.
Their side.
Exactly. So hopefully, if there is anybody that has been to a Steiner school, by the way, sorry, but like if there is anyone that has, or knows anyone that has, drop in the comments or like. I don't know, hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram handles will be below and that kind of stuff. So will all of Whisker's stuff as well. There's some pretty cool stuff as well we can hopefully get to by the time the end of the podcast, especially on the music kind of side of it. But back to your story, bro. Carry on.
Yeah. So where was we?
Barton Hill, and then went to. Oh no! So this is now after Madnesses and Close Calls with Penn.
Yeah. So they put me on a probation thing. I had to do like 2 years of that.
Yeah.
Done that. Was like still hanging around the ends, being like Barton Hill. But then all my friends are just getting in trouble and just getting birded off.
One of them come out. You see.
And I think I got arrested a few times for like things I didn't do.
Yeah.
Where I was like just in the wrong place or with the crowd I was with.
If that's not enough of a message.
And I think the final time was. I think we was going somewhere on a summer's day to have a barbecue, and one of my friends had
story time.
One of my friends had a stolen motorbike, and he must have been like, oh yeah, come down here with me to get the bike out the bush. He's like, I think someone's stolen it. So then we've gone down there, and as we went to go and get the bike out, see if the bike's in the bush. He must have, police must have just happened to drive past. So obviously he's seen the police, and he's just run. So
no!
I've got to run too.
No!
So running, I'm like hid in a bush, end up getting caught like an hour later when I'm like hiding in the bush. I come out, police have like been looking all the way up like through the woods and that, and I happened to walk out at the same time. The policeman was walking back to his car, grabbed me. I was in the cell for like 24 hours or something, and it was a boiling hot day. And the whole time I was sat there, I was like, why did I go with him? Because I didn't even steal the bike. I'd never even touched the bike. Bro. Nothing to do with it. Yeah, and I was hell. They released me the next day because my story held up. But it was such a nice hot summer's day. Right. And I was past like stupid stuff. And it was like, it burnt me. So from then I was just like, nah, I'm not even, anytime they're talking any dodgy stuff, I'm just going to stay away from them.
You know what? Sometimes you can feel it, yeah. Your ears get hot because you can feel life trying to teach you a lesson, yeah. And sometimes your ears are and you just can't.
This is it.
Ears are, you don't listen, yeah.
Trust me.
Bro, because especially the way that you just laid that all out there, it's almost like life was like, ear, you must feel. All right.
You must feel, man.
Give you enough bly already.
Yeah. This is it. This is it, man.
Right, but yeah, cool. So then I'm assuming this is the awakening. Maybe, I don't know. If we want to do it like a
that was the part when I was just like, I need to try and do something else.
Nice.
So from then I was like getting an odd job here, odd job there, but it was just like without knowing or being shown the right way. I didn't really know what was the best way to do it. So I was just hit and miss, like going, get jobs, losing it.
Bro, I think that's
but you gotta find yourself.
Better way to do it, man.
You gotta find yourself. I've done so many jobs. I've done so many different industries. I've done recycling. I've done like order picking, team leading, management. What else have I done? Labouring, caravan building. Like I've done so much
That's
stuff. Like it's
you know what's
ridiculous.
interesting, bro? It's almost like I've done it the opposite way. Luckily I'm really appreciative for like the way that my parents were bare hard on me and whatnot, and
Yeah.
got me to stick down and that kind of thing. But like from that, everything was very structured. So this is going along the line of like, you have to do this, you have to go to uni, you have to da. But then it's almost like I did that stuff and then like went to seek out doing whatever and just not actually having an idea of what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I personally felt like that was better for me, if you get what I'm saying. I was able to actually find myself rather than like.
Well, that's the best start, because the position they put you in is like you already had structure. You already had a course that you was going to because of they allowed you to do that, and which is what, like, obviously I respect that, because of it's something that I want to do for my kids. Well, I've only got a daughter at the moment, but I do expect to have more children.
Congrats,
hopefully.
bro! Congrats!
My daughter's 15, beautiful girl.
Yes.
But yeah,
I feel like I would love to have a daughter myself.
It would be something that I would like to instill in my kids. With Alana, I had it when I was 16.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's fresh out of getting my case.
No, what, bro? That'll get you to grow up.
Yeah, so fresh out of getting in trouble and being a little runaround, I was in like limbo for a few years, and then I hit like 16, and then Alana was born, and I was just really trying to sort my life out. Then, you know, I was just trying to find my way. So like I said, I was getting jobs, going around, trying to do whatever I can. I even went back to college and done a bricklaying and a plastering course.
I rate it. How old were you at the time when you went back to college?
17.
Okay.
Yeah, like Alana was months old. Like, I remember waking up in the morning and feeding her, and then like my baby mother would sleep, and then she'd obviously wake up when I had to go to college. You know what I'm saying? So I wake up, do the morning feeds, change nappies, and then drop off, go college. And I remember, like, I didn't have a lot of money them time there, but if I could afford to come back with like a little portion of chefs, you know, like you see Rice and Things. Yeah. So Rice and Things used to be like, was it on Argyle Road? Or just around by Argyle Road, across from the Inkerman, not the Inkerman, the what do you call it, Jamaica Inn or whatever it's called.
Jamaica.
What do they call it now? They changed the name of it.
Bro, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yeah.
More time my face behind a computer screen editing, bro.
Yeah, it used to be down there boys there, but yeah, that's chefs, that's Rice and Things. Yeah. That was where he originally started, and if I could come back with like a little container of fried chicken and some, you know, I was saying two festivals for me and the mother. I felt like I was the don back then. Yeah. that felt like a big achievement at 17, you know.
Man, thank you for talking about that, man. That was so nice, man.
Yeah, that's shapings there.
That must be crazy. Like, I'd like to think that this is a nice experience for like the guests that come on, because it's almost like they get to do a bit of a walkthrough of their own life and almost, you know, being humble beginnings. And
it is like certain. I'm thinking about stuff and like, oh wow, and then that happened at night.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot crammed into this life. Although I ain't been here too long, there's a lot crammed into it.
Thinking that average age we live around 2 hours 90.
Yeah.
So you still got you probably just got into your second quarter now. Your second quarter,
second quarter.
Imagine that.
We're just entering it. Yeah. All right, let's make it a good one.
Hey.
Definitely. But yeah, from then obviously with my daughter and seeing my friends get in trouble, I just had to try and find a path for myself, and which I haven't really mentioned. Obviously throughout school, from about 13, 12, I was making music, writing lyrics and spitting with my friends in school and doing my little thing. So then when I was in that Barton Hill, I got like a name for myself in the area, because no one could really MC. So I was like the only person that could MC from around the area, and whenever I go there, my friend be like, "Yeah, like you spit lyrics," and all the guys come let me spit lyrics.
Bro, that's it. From when you can, from when you can catch a little flow, when you ain't even nothing too sick yet, your people gash you.
They gash you, there was the love. So like the music was there, but when my daughter was born, and I used to write and make tracks. When my daughter was born, I kind of thought like, oh, I'm young, like I can't be thinking I'm gonna be some superstar. You know what I mean? So man, I had to try and go and graft and try and get something, you know. So like, it was like 10 years in the making of going through different jobs, finally finding carpentry, and then that's where I found my passion. So obviously that's why I'm where I am today. But then like with the music thing, obviously I stopped making music.
Nice. Beautiful segue, by the way. That was a really nice transition into this part here. Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah,
the music thing.
Yeah, so I stopped making music for almost 10 years, I think. I think I would make like one song like when I had like something on my mind. About every like 2 to 3 years, I'm due to, you know what I'm saying? People know I'm due to drop a little track. Like,
were you that guy that was always like, coming soon?
Nah.
You weren't a perfectionist, man, then?
No, I was the one that I'd just be like, listen to this.
Yes.
Yeah, like,
I prefer that. The misty, low key.
I just done a new track, and I didn't put none of it out there like that.
Yeah.
I put it on my SoundCloud, but only my friends knew it. So, or people on my Facebook, like, but I wasn't really advertising it. So then, I've stopped for years.
Was it like you were battling with yourself of like, oh, I should put it out there, I shouldn't, or I should put it out there, I shouldn't, or was it like?
Yeah, kind of battling, because obviously I had this like preconception in my head of like, oh, you can't do the music thing, you've got a daughter, man, that really want to be an artist, or you know what I mean? I didn't have the full self-belief. Yeah. So then the moment of reckoning was like, I was working in Bailey's Caravans, building caravans. This is before the carpentry thing.
Bro, I love it. I love it. How you just pulling out, oh yeah, I did this. Oh yeah, I did this. Oh yeah, I did this. I love it.
And when I was working down there, I was working with like loads of Spanish people. Yeah, shout out all my hermanos, yeah.
Oh, man.
No, la hostia, every time.
That's crazy. You basically traveled the world and experienced so many different cultures and whatnot, just from the different things you've done. I can only imagine.
I know a lot of that is just from Bristol.
Imagine, what?
Bristol's mad.
Without leaving your own, oh my god.
So obviously when I was down there, they're like the Spanish and musical.
Yeah.
So we always used to go to the pub after work.
And
everyone would be like vibing, and there was like some Spanish brother who used to spit in Spanish.
No, bro. There's this one. Okay, so there's one guy called Zarkot. Yeah, you guys check him up. This French guy, when he raps in French, I can't even.
French rappers are so sick,
bro.
It sounds so sick. Their flows are sick.
I was like, what's going on? Same way. What's his name? Sorry to digress too much, but there was that. There was Young Chigga. I don't know, he's an American guy. He changed his name now. I think he's Young Brian or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when he first came up and like dropped. Not even that. Itjima. Have you heard Itjima? Itjima. I'll show you the song afterwards. You guys check this out. This is crazy. Itjima. Underwater squad.
Yeah, that sounds mad. That sounds mad.
Bro, they went, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to play a little snippet for you guys now. Cold, right? Yeah. The beauty of editing. Sorry, carry on.
Oh yeah, so obviously like with the Spanish, they're vibes in it. So one brother was just spitting Spanish, and the man would be spitting, and like my friend Junior, shout out Junior.
Yeah.
My don.
Everybody has a Junior, bro.
Yeah.
I rate it.
No, but not like my Junior. He's Sierra Leone, Kekura Sisi.
Oh, swear.
Kekura Sisi. He's a wicked man.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that time there, my man used to be spitting on the grime thing, like slap on the grime, and I'd say, no, they're like, what, you got bars? So I'm like, I kind of got bars when I was younger.
Yeah,
so I thought, I'll just spit my old bars.
Yeah.
So I used to spit my old bars, and like, everyone was like shocked, like amazed, like
yeah.
Like, oh, like yo, you're really good. You're better than Stormzy, like no, and I'm like, whoa, like no, like.
Hey, Stormzy, you hear that? Yeah, coming for you, bro. Coming.
Shout me, man, when the club or anything. You don't know. Yeah. No, I was serious.
Hey, you never know.
Man was getting speak it into existence. That's
there
what
you
go.
Say,
you know, manifestation.
Bro, you see that one there, yeah, on the side of that board. That is from one of the first YouTube videos I made. The Raheem Sterling card there, yeah.
Yeah, my big Rami.
Yeah. I pulled that. That was from a What's in My Mouth challenge. Yeah. Anyways, had that there. From then, I was like, I'm gonna keep that there because one time I'm gonna have Raheem Sterling on the podcast. Watch time. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Yeah. I don't even really know the guy. I don't even really do football and that kind of thing. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna speak this shit into existence, and one day it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I
see what you're doing and see what your family's about.
I messaged him on Instagram as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a bit of a mad message, but yeah, if you're watching, bro.
Yeah, man.
Why you airing me? Why you ghosting?
I'm coming to put the heat on you, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know, man's a Liverpool fan, you are left, man, you know. No, when me come for you, no. Look, you're Jamaican, you're Jamaican. Yeah. No,
it's cool. It's cool.
Share some breadfruit, you know. Some bread, you know.
I beg someone, everybody watching this, just send this to Raheem Sterling.
Make him see this, innit? Make him see this.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. So back to the music thing.
Yeah.
So both managed to spitting and getting like good feedback.
Yeah.
And I was there for like, we used to do it for like the whole summer. So like coming to the end of the summer, I've been spitting like about 3 or 4 times a week.
Nice.
And like for about probably 35 to an hour, you know what I mean?
What year is this?
This is 2017.
Oh, see.
So then these times here, I must have went to some random rave at Motion on the New Year's Eve.
Motion's a vibe.
And cheese and bread was playing. So that's my cheese and bread is J117. Shout out J117 and Dimpson. Dimpson's like family to me, like close, like through the mumsies and that. My mum and his auntie and all of the family entwined. You know what I mean? So he see me. We ain't seen each other from kids. He's raw headline set.
Yeah.
Motion. My man's getting emotional. Andrew, I ain't seen you. He's like, the juice and whatnot. When there's hugging and what, he's like, come on stage. Drag me on stage. His bouncer's like, you ain't got a band. He's like, I'm saying, yeah, what should I do? He's like, I know, I just watched that. I know you're alright. Like,
bro, listen. You get, listen, bro. Oh, okay.
So then boom. So man is at the gates now. Man is at the gates. Like, man is at the embracement at the gates outside, going to like the backstage, go on stage for the headline set just before or just after midnight. No. Yeah, regardless of the time. But my man's let all them man in, because they all got the bands, and they say, yeah, Andrew, come through then. But obviously, I'm saying, I ain't got a band. He's saying, no, I can't let you in without a band, because someone else will chuck you off the stage, fam.
Right.
I'm saying, all right, cool. He's like, go and see my man and tell him I said. So I go over at security, he says, no. So the brother left this post, come over, got me the band, and was like, yo, bro, like, don't worry, it's cool. I know you're with them, it's all right. So I go in on the stage. Now I'm on the stage, couple man them on the stage, want to spit in. But then these times here, I think where my cousin was like so emotional at the moment, he done like the first start of their set, but coming here like the end, like 10 minutes or something, it was just Jay just mashing it up.
Yeah.
But then like someone else jumped on the mic, and I'm thinking, what, my man can just do it jumping on the mic? Yeah. I'm thinking, I reckon I'm better than you. I reckon I'm better than you. So if they're feeding him, you might be feeding me.
See, this is the magic ratio, yeah. When you've got like the perfect mix of humbleness and also confidence in your own ability and the things that you've honed your time,
this
effort,
for years.
that kind of
this
thing
is years.
That there, you will just excel, bro.
So like, boom, I just upped on the mic, innit, and back to back with Jay, and we just done a little thing. But obviously, man got a good reception from the crowd. Jay was rating it. We went studio a couple times after, recorded a couple tracks at his yard. But then that's when I like sat there and looked at it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, now it's time, because a lot of people was coming up to me before and kept on going on about my music. And, oh, you were sick. Oh, Grime's sick now. Stormzy's doing this. You should be up there. And I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, just got him. But then when this Motion thing happened, I was like, you know what? Let me just write something. And then I started crafting my track called Grinding.
Yes,
which is out now on YouTube.
Yes. What do you call it? Sorry, link will be in the description below. Make sure you guys check it out.
Don't know. Yeah, so Grinding was a mad track, my bro. I ripped Grinding, and it took me 6 months to learn how to spit it.
Bruh.
To the beat. Like, it was complex. Like, the flow, because I hadn't been spitting for so long, other than my old bars.
Yeah. So
now when I'm writing new bars with like some new flow, but I've never spat like this because of my flow's changed in my brain, but my body's not used to this flow yet. So it took me 6 months to learn how to get it out, and I had to go and link my brother Duppy. You get me? Shout out Duppy. He raw Ace. What do you call it? Docklands Studio. Yeah, man, he dealt with me differently, like, because we used to record from kids. So he made me feel comfortable again, got me back in my zone, started doing my things. So then I made Grinding, made a tune called Lost Emotions, and a tune called Runaway. Yeah, Runaway is not out yet. That's going to be on the EP that comes out on the 24th of this month. That thing there's a crazy one. Reality checker.
Well. So getting on to that part there. Here's a little segue, because let me just pause this for a second, right? Because like I said to you earlier on, right? I can't help myself but want to do everything. Like I can't not want to do everything, so I try to do everything.
Yeah.
One of the things I really want to do is spitting music in general, right? But I realize that if I was gonna do music, this is why I say another life with music. In another life, because I would have just had to just completely just delve into it. This shit is so, not to knock down any other creative thing that goes on, but there's certain things like music's one of them, dance is one of them, etc., where it's like it transcends, like you it's in a different state of like creation, right? And it baffles me so much how your brain works while you're in that process. My older brother, he's been doing music now for a little while as well.
Yeah.
Like he's very much like oh no, keep it to myself.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But like I understand, it's a process or a step that everyone kind of goes through.
Step by step. I was there at one stage of my life.
Yeah.
Most MCs are.
But like I've seen people writing. I've heard the bars that people spit, like even just like after writing down a couple of bits, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But then I sit down there and I try and write. And I'm like, how do y'all do this shit, man? Like, it's, I just find it so nuts.
It's wordsmiths, isn't it, as they say.
Would you be able to break down a bit of your process? Like, how would you be able to get out? I'm assuming that it's a bit of like, there has to be some kind of source, like a...
I'm a vibe writer. I'm all about energy, so like, I'm forever writing about 10 to 20 tracks at a time. Where it's like, it's down to my mood.
Okay.
So whatever mood
I think that's what my brother does.
Is what I'm working on. I may try and like go through about 3 or 4 tracks, like 2 lines on that, can't think of nothing else on another track. Do another 2 lines to add on that. Obviously, it all starts off with me having a basis of thinking of a lyric or thinking of a first punch line or my starting line, and then I build the bar for that. Okay. But from that process, once I come so far of whatever comes out naturally, once it gets to nothing's coming to me, I put the pen down and go to the next track, and then I'll build it. If I've got nothing, I'll build a new one, or I'll go back to something I'm working on. I see. So it's all about vibe. Someday I come like, I don't want to work on a track I've been working on. I just want to hear some beats, so I just put a beat on.
So do you block out a certain amount of time, like each day or each week, to make sure you look at something music related, or like? Oh no,
every day I'm, even when I'm not like on point. Yeah. I'm still like, I need to write a lyric, or I need to do this, or I need to do something like that.
That's it. That's it. It's that obsession, bro. It's crazy. I've seen it. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, right? But I've seen it in people's eyes, bruv. Yeah. Like, I'm an empath, right? I catch people's feelings. I catch how people are feeling heavy, right? Yeah. But, bruv, you know what I'm talking about? When you like the flow state, it's almost like a tap. When you see somebody, I've heard people talk about like how they do their kind of music, similar kind of way, with like do bits here and there. But there was one guy I was talking to, I can't even remember who it is. Apologies. They were talking about it was almost like a tap, right? Like, it was just like one day I wrote one bar, and then I wrote another bar, and then it was like my hand was just moving, and then when I started spitting it all just kind of flowed. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like
what?
It's like sometimes you can get on a track that's why I say you have to do it natural. Or it's like if there's meaning in what you're writing. If you're writing on a subject that relates to how you're feeling at the time, then you just like you're not writing it. Like a couple of times I've like had to type my lyrics in online to check if there's someone else's. Yeah. Because of like it's come out so naturally to me. Yeah. And I was like, whoa. Yeah. That sounds so sick, and that's so natural. If I just took that from a track that I heard sometime in my lifetime, and I'm having to type the lyrics in. That's what would always be messing with me. I type the lyrics in and I'm like, oh bro, that's me.
Oh bro, this is what I'm saying.
But then other times I've done it and like been thinking of a bar and I've typed that in and it's like, oh no, that's not from that track.
Yeah, which is still fine. It's just like you've been able to trace it back.
But yeah, this is what you've got to do sometimes. But yes,
I may be looking like I'm bugging out right now or something, but I don't know, but I'm getting goosebumps even talking about it, because this is why I love creativity so much, and why like I'm building a lot of my brand, and me and Karen are building Bristol life around creativity and that kind of thing, because it's like it's this universal thing that every single person, I don't care who you are, every single person has it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To create, right? To create a feeling in someone from talking to them, from singing a song, from acting in a film, from whatever, even down to just smiling at someone on the road. You know what I mean? It's creating. It's that. It's something so pure and so.
Just a transfer of energy. Isn't
it's
it?
almost like magic, bruv.
Yeah.
Down to where you can just, might as well just close your eyes and just write out something crazy, bro.
But it's like even with that, like for me, music's like therapy. Like my music, I call it reflection music. Everything I write reflects on a state of my mood or a stage of my life or a story. Everything, there's truth in everything. Like nothing I write's lies. There's not one lie I tell in music.
Another amazing segue, bro. You're so sick of this. You're so sick of this. Yeah, this is my first podcast. Joker. Alright, yeah, okay. I'm glad you brought this up because you showed me a couple of snippets of one or two of the songs that for the new EP coming out, was it?
Yeah. Oh well, no. What you heard there, that's even surpassed the EP. Yeah.
Okay, y'all need to. I'm gonna talk to y'all for a second, bro. It's nuts. It's actually nuts, right? What I said to you was it's ironic that you're on the StoryTime podcast because it's almost like your music is telling your life story.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm saying that, anybody that's watching this podcast, make sure you guys check out some of this guy's tracks because it will only supplement everything you're hearing on this podcast today. Like, I needed music, and I've heard a couple of your tracks, but like the one you showed me today, bro. Yeah, man. Shit. It's one of them ones, yeah. It's one of them ones on your phone where you have to be like kind of ready for it, innit? You have to be ready for it because you'll be walking about your day and then next thing you know you'll just be thinking about life, bro. It's so real. The fact that you can connect to someone on such a this is the first time we met, as you said. Yeah. This is the first time we met. You showed me this track and mad.
That was like the first track I played you.
Yeah, the one with Sunset.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah.
That was nuts.
That's the one. That will be the next video I release.
Bro, y'all make sure you, bro, plug up the ting. Plug up the ting, because you've been busy. You've been busy, bro. Plug up the ting.
That was gonna be on my YouTube. I'll have some previews on my Instagram, so go and follow me on YouTube, WhiskeXMP. Instagram WhiskeXMP, Twitter WhiskeXMP, Facebook WhiskeXMP. Man, hit me up, all of that good stuff, man. And follow me on the journey, man. We're about to take off. Trust me.
You heard it here, bro. You heard it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Keep an eye on this one.
About to lift up Bristol and take it to the stratosphere.
You know what I mean?
Long overdue.
What a journey, bro. What a journey.
It's crazy.
You hear that coming from humble beginnings to where we at today on the Storytime podcast. We're probably going to end up closing it up, coming up now. I don't know what time it is or how long we've been going, but I've been very much enjoying this pod, bro. I don't want to rush nothing else, so anything else we'll have to pick up after the podcast. At the end.
Yeah, we'll do that.
But the way that I like to end my podcasts is two things. One is a story. A Storytime podcast, something funny, something, I don't know, makes people cry, whatever you want to do, something that's for the people in it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it can link to the story, or it might not. Just a message for anybody that's watching, something that if you could say to somebody now for them to take away after watching this video, something to end it like that.
Yeah, man. All right then.
Let's do the story first.
Story.
Sorry to put you on the spot, bro, but
trying to think of a proactive story, or something that's a bit eventful. All right, I could tell you a good story.
Yeah.
This was a good moment in my life.
Nice. We'll end it on a nice note.
On a positive.
Yeah.
Well, last year, I had the privilege of getting an email because I'm a very big Dave Chappelle fan. So I got an email saying that Dave was performing in London. So I initially went straight on there, signed up for like the drop for the tickets. The tickets came out. I bought 2 tickets straight away, and I was like,
Bro.
Thinking, who do I want to go with? Like, so I rang my boy and I was like, yo, like, bro, like, he's just had he's got 2 kids. I think he just had his little girl at the time.
Bro, that must have been so sick.
So I was like, yeah, like, it's good, you know what I'm saying? For me and him to get away. And he loves Dave Chappelle.
Bro,
so
he's the GOAT, bro.
He's the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? So we all went up to London, stayed overnight, went up there, went to the show. But the show was like, I've been to see like Chris Rock before.
Yeah.
I've seen Kevin Hart. And every time I've been there, like they've been like in quite big, even like, the SSE arena. That's where I've seen them, and that's a small arena, but it's still big. So if you're not like directly like front row, you're not really seeing them. Do you know
Which
what I'm saying?
I think is quite mad, but
you're not seeing them. You're watching them through the screen, but you see Dave's show. Dave's show probably had like 500 capacity.
That's what it is. He's so like personal, and with the bruv. I was sat
like 4 rows back. He was literally like 4 meters away from me. I could see his facial expressions, everything.
Bro, I'm telling you, this guy.
It's crazy.
When I tell you black excellence, bro. When I tell you about like
most definitely
a role model to look up to, and I know he had his faults and he's been through and done whatever madness is, but that's why he's a role model to look up to, because he's done that shit. He's able to admit it and be like, yeah, this is it. He's gone through all the good parts and shit parts, especially the shit parts, and he's able to make jokes about them and laugh about them. Bruv.
It sees life from a different place, though.
Oh man. And the best part about it, bruv, he's like the knife that cuts through shit. It's so good. He just says it how it is. He just I do like that. The unfilteredness of it. Yeah. Oh man, bro. I might need to go on a Dave Chappelle marathon now. Oh, that might be it. Nah, that's wicked. That must have been so dope.
When Mum was there, Mum was like sat there watching it, and then they were saying like a few jokes like that may offend people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people was like not really saying anything or laughing, and I was laughing. And then there was a guy behind me who was like a Rasta, like he had dreads. He was laughing as well.
Of course.
And like we looked at each other and like nodded. Yeah. So then these times it's come to like the interval now. So then this Rasta is getting up to go toilet. So his friends he wants to go toilet. So his friends got up, and then as he's got up, I've seen him like shuffle across the chairs and I think, hey, look. So I looked, and I seen Mum bring the wheelchair around. I was like, oh, he's got a disability, like. So I was like, oh, I'm not paying no mind to it. So as he's come round in front of me, do you know that BBC presenter that plays basketball, the black guy with the dreads in the wheelchair? He's like works on loads of kids shows and that.
I don't know. I think I know who you're talking about. But I don't know if I'll be able to put a face to
I can't remember his name, but like I remember watching him on TV when I was a kid, and he was.
Is that the?
He was there. Like he was sat behind me. That's why I was watching joke with him. So then, as I've done that. Next minute, there was some guy who was sat like one row, like one seat away from me. I literally could touch the back of his head.
Yeah.
My man had like some Stone Island jacket, some Mariner one, and I'm saying, yo, that's like some deer Stone Island.
Yeah.
Like, that's some like the top thing. My bedroom was like, is it? I'm saying, yeah, I've never even seen anything like that before. I was like, my man got peaked. So when my man got up and come over to us, man, what I realised is no Gallagher.
Oh right, this is the Dave Chappelle comedy show, innit? Yeah. Alright, cool. bro, what? I was like, what?
And I just sat there like, and obviously like, the brother who used to work for them, who worked for BBC.
Yeah.
He's in his wheelchair, but obviously they know each other. So like, I'm sat here, my man's here in his wheelchair, and then you got fucking Noel come over, and they're just there, just conversating in front of me, and I'm just like. Well, this is a bit awkward. Like I don't want to stare at them, but yeah, it was such an amazing experience. It was.
I think that's really cool, especially the fact that the guy in the wheelchair was someone you used to watch back when you were young. That's dope as well.
And the fact that like we bonded because of like we both laughed at something that people was like that's a bit inappropriate.
Right.
But then when it come out, my man was working for the BBC. Like,
bro,
he was still laughing at it. So it shows he's a real one. Right?
You know what I mean?
If you heard the joke, I'm telling you, he's a real one, bro. He's a real one.
Bro,
but yeah. Same way, it was an amazing experience, man.
That's wicked.
And then we're gonna wrap it up with a little message for the people.
Yes, this is it, man. I'm gonna. No, this is all you. So I'm gonna be behind the camera and angle it to you here now.
Yeah.
So. That was not smooth. Alright. Let's go.
Yeah. So the one message I'm gonna leave the people with is my little slogan that I stand by: stay positive, be humble, be a warrior. You know, We got to keep on in these hard times, and togetherness is what it's all about. You know, we got to strive for our best, try and be the best version of yourself, spread love, you know what I mean, kindness, happiness, and that's what life's about. Forget the hate, forget the negativity, forget the jealousy. The only focus you should have is on yourself and your family. Stay blessed, yeah. WhiskeXMP.
Cheers! Okay. Alright, that is amazing. We'll end the podcast there. Just a last little message to you guys. Thank you for watching this far. You're amazing. Make sure that if you haven't already, what are you doing? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out all of Whisker's links in the description as well.
All of that. EP out on the 24th of this month.
It's gonna be popping. It's gonna be popping.
All platforms, all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, everything, Snapchat, you name it, is on there.
Shout outs as well. You had a couple of shout outs you wanted to drop.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to my cameraman, Adrian, mi hermano, forever, my bro. Yeah, hard work and love, bro. We've come a long way, man. I appreciate you. Big shout out to Chen Denson, Unity 369. Love my bro every time. Big shout out DJ Bungie. Come on, lay black. Love my bro. Last but not least, Stephen Draper, Crazy Draper, Word Life Gang. Come on, family. Always. Shout out Mumsy. Shout out all of my family. That's what it is, man. Love.
And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace. We'll see you on the next video. Woo! Absolutely smashed it, bro. Oh my god, this is cold. This is